gosh. I can't believe I'm finally doing this. After months of telling me I'm doing it. So, let me introduce myself. So if you don't know me, my name is Amanda. I'm a singer. I'm in college. I love makeup. And yeah. So today, the video that I'm going to do is a get ready with me video. This is gonna be my everyday go-to makeup look. I don't really wear makeup every day. And aside from it being a get ready with me, I'm also going to be reading some questions that my friends sent through Instagram. I hope you learned something while I beat my face. So let's get on with the video. So before I do my makeup, let me just cleanse my face. So I'm just gonna get a cotton pad and micellar water, and I'm going to cleanse my face. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to read a question. So the first question is, how do you keep up your grades while being active in church? I get my grades up while staying active in church because I know my priorities, and I would consider myself as someone who has a good work ethic. What do I mean by that? When something is given in school, I do it right away. I don't like cramming. I hate cramming. I research as much as I can. I read as much as I can so that I know what to write when it comes to analysis. And that's how I stay active in church. I know what I need to do first before I get to enjoy my extracurricular activities, which is going to church. So yeah. So the next question is actually a not really intense. It's a tough question. So the question is, thoughts on people who came and left you and how you overcame it based on your experiences. Obviously, it was very painful for me when those people chose to leave, but I guess at the end of the day, you'll really see who your real friends are and who are so loyal to you and who love you no matter what, who really care about you. And that's when I realized who my true friends were, and that I realized that those people who left were actually just waiting for me to give them something that I'm not ready to give, or that I don't want to give, or that they just took advantage the help that I give them and the love that I give them, the forgiveness that I give them. So how did I deal with it? I prayed about it, but I never questioned God why they left. But how I dealt with it was also because of my real friends who stayed with me and who made me realize that they're not meant to be a part of my life. And for me, a personal revelation to me was that those people left because they don't actually care about me. Well, maybe they did, but life happens. How I dealt with it is I remind myself that some things happen in life for us to learn and grow and not to commit the same mistakes again. Okay, so I did my brows off camera, but the next question that I received is pretty interesting, and it said, how do you not get tempted with the beliefs of the outside world? And also, if you didn't know, I am a born-again Christian. My family is born again. It's just that I surround myself with people who would help me grow spiritually, who would help me grow in my relationship with God. So I guess that's how I don't get tempted with what's going on in the world. Also, another factor is because I know that I received Jesus in my life, it makes me want to do the right things. It makes me want to say the right thing. So before we go to the next question, I am going to conceal these bags. So I am going to use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Treatment Concealer. So I love this concealer so much, and it's just like 500 pesos. It has really good coverage, so I put that under my eyes, under my forehead and my chin. So what I like to do is use my fingers. I've been doing this recently and it really made a difference because the warmth of your fingers is allowing the product to just melt into your skin. And what I realized is that my concealer doesn't crease as much when I do this. So I like that, and look, it gives it a natural finish. Let's read the next question. It says, how do you wear contacts and not cry a lot because you're poking your eye? It scares me. I experienced that too when I first started wearing contacts, and that was 5 years ago. So I have 5 years experience with contact lenses, so I'm already used to it. So what I do is I open my eyes really wide like that while the contact is on my index finger, and then I open it up like that, and then I just put it on. Easy as that. I blended the rest of my concealer with just my fingers, and now I'm going to bake so that the concealer won't move and won't crease, and so that, you know, I wouldn't want to look like an oil slick. After blending the concealer with my fingers, I'm going to use a sponge to just press it in and make sure that everything else is blended. And I'm going to use some setting powder under my eyes, with my nose, where I put the concealer. I know I look crazy right now, but don't mind it. Now we're going to answer another question. What do you do to keep your skin clear? Hehe, love you, supporting you all the way. Oh my gosh, Kay, you were literally the sweetest person ever. I'm actually going to film a skincare routine video tonight when I get home from wherever I'm going. To make it short, I exfoliate once a week. I wash my face twice a day, so that's obviously in the morning and at night. After that, I put toner and then moisturizer. I don't put a lot of stuff in my face when it comes to skincare. So after toner, I moisturize. After moisturizer, marula oil. After marula oil, lip balm. And then if I have a zit, spot treatment, castor oil for my lashes to make them thick. Yeah, that's it. So if you're wondering, I'm just using powder foundation to set the rest of my face. Take note, I didn't put foundation on a daily basis, or if I'm just gonna leave the house, I'm just gonna put powder foundation because that's enough for me. I allow this to bake, especially around my nose, because I tend to get shiny there. So I'm just gonna brush away the powder under my eyes with a smaller brush. I'm going to put more powder on the sides of my nose because I tend to get oily there. Okay, so while that's baking and before I head to bronzer, the next question is, how do you slay every day kahit my school works? Honey, I don't slay every day. I go to school looking like... So how do I slay every day kahit my school works? I take my skincare seriously so that I don't have to wear makeup every day because, you know, I'm too lazy. I love makeup, by the way, okay, but I just don't like wearing makeup every day. I want to touch my face if I want to touch it, and you can't really do that if you're wearing makeup. I drink a lot of water to stay hydrated because it's hot in the Philippines, obviously. Just do what you want to do, chill, relax, don't stress yourself out, and I'm still working on that because my friends always tell me to chill because I stress myself out all the time. So I get this question a lot, and I think this is the reason why a lot of people wanted me to film an advice video. So the questions are, how do you balance school and church and spending time with friends and family? So in CISFU, you get a lot of paperwork and it requires critical analysis, so you really have to squeeze your brain. But how do I balance it? I think I mentioned this earlier, but like I said, you have to know your priorities. If you're given like an assignment or if you're given a paper, do it right away. Don't delay it. Don't cram. And if you want to enjoy, you have to remind yourself that you have work to do first before you enjoy. So my motto, work hard now, chill later. I remind myself, okay, if you want to go to midweeks, I have to do my papers now. Or if I want to go to FNL, I have to do my papers now. If I want to go to BGC or ATC to hang with my family and my friends. I have to do my work now. So that when I get to spend that quality time with them and to get to go to church consistently and attend youth services, I remind myself to do my work now. Don't tire yourself. Please do not tire yourself. You need rest. You deserve rest. I know that you have a lot of work to do, but you also have to rest once in a while. So I guess you just have to remind yourself that you have work to do, and if you want to enjoy, you have to do that work right away so that you have a lot of time to enjoy with your family and friends. Oh, and of course, you know, go to church and attend the youth services. I forgot. To bronze, I use the NYX Highlight and Contour Pro palette. So I use the orangey shade right there, and this, I mix them together to get my perfect bronze. And for blush, I'm going to use the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush. I learned this technique from Nikki tutorial, and it's actually really nice because it's more natural and it looks more like your skin. So what I do is I apply it like when I apply my bronzer, but not directly to the cheekbone. I do this and put the blush here. So the reason why you do this is because you want to blend the blush with the bronzer so that everything looks cohesive and everything looks like your skin, because that's the goal. Because this is an everyday makeup look, so I'm just gonna do the same to the other side. I'm going to contour my nose with the Happy Skin I Can Do It 3-Way Eyebrows Nose Line Kit. I really love this shade. It's called Soft Brown. It's perfect for nose contouring, so I'm going to do that. I'll be right back. So after I contour my nose, I'm going to brush off the bake that we put on the sides. And now, of course, for my favorite part, highlight. But before we highlight, I'm going to spritz my face with the Evian Natural Mineral Water Facial Spray. If you know me, I love me a glowing highlight. So I'm just gonna spritz this. So while that's wet, I'm going to highlight now. So I use the Maybelline Master Chrome by Face Studio Metallic Highlighter in the shade Molten Gold. I love this highlight so much. It's just 499 pesos. You can buy this in the department store, in the drugstore, literally like Watson's, it's there. I'm just gonna put that on my face while it's still damp. I also use the Real Techniques highlighting brush. Oh my gosh, wait, and let's leave another question. If may classmate ka na nagkukunwari walang alam ano dapat mo gawin, sapakin mo. No, I'm just kidding. I experienced that firsthand. Just that they're just seeking attention. Obviously, I'm still human. I get really impatient. I get really annoyed. But then, I remind myself that I do have to be patient. And me, personally, I want them to pass. I want them to get good grades. So as much as possible, I help my classmates. But if you take advantage of my help, I am not going to help you anymore. And if you're going to demand for help and kukulitin mo lang ako, I'm not going to help you anymore, because I've already said what you needed to know. But you have to know your limits. You have to understand concepts by yourself. Piece of advice, don't bug your classmates. If they don't want to help you, don't force them. But if they help you, please listen to them. Don't take advantage of their help just because, you know, they always respond to you when they help you. You have to pay attention because they already took a certain amount of their time for you just to help you. So the next question is, how stressful is this look? It's very stressful, but kaya. I'm still highlighting. Then I highlight my nose with a smaller brush. And this is another tip for you guys. Make it as small as possible so that your nose would look small. And I use my finger to tone it down a bit. The line, I make it as thin as possible as well. And I highlight my brow bone as well. Before we proceed to the eyes, let's read another question. Are you aware of your hand gestures? Yes. If you know me, if you're my friend, if you're close to me, when I have a story, I'm very passionate about telling my story. So I do this, I do that. I do everything with my hands, like what I'm doing right now. Yeah, that's just how I tell stories. I'm very passionate about them because I want my friends to know how I felt while I was experiencing that. Next question is, aside from obvious time management, any school or study tips you want to share? What I like doing is I write down what I need to do, read as much sources in that topic. Before you write, just keep reading it and reading it and reading it and reading it, and then write in a way that you would say it. For you to be able to apply critical analysis and critical evaluation, you have to read your sources and be able to combine them into one. You would find it easier to do those papers. You have to read and read and read and read and really understand the concepts so that you can apply it in many aspects of that certain subject. So the next question is, what is grwm? grwm is this video right now. Get ready with me. Speaking of get ready with me, I need to do my eyes now. So I'm going to use the Maybelline New York Lemonade Craze for my eyes. I only use one shade in this palette on a daily basis. I'm gonna use this shade right here. It's called Sweet Tea. I'm gonna get that my fluffy brush. Gonna, put a little bit, tap off the excess, and start in the outer corner, and then bring this up to my crease. Just a little bit amount of that, just so that it would add definition to your eyes. So I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side. For the lower lash line, same thing, but with a different brush. So I'm gonna use this brush by Zoeva. Looks like this. It's still fluffy but thin on the side. That's it. Let's read the next question. What piece of advice would you give yourself right now? Work hard now, chill later, because you want to attend LifeCon. And another piece of advice that I would give myself is to always listen to the Holy Spirit. Don't question Him, just follow it, because I have learned my lesson. Delayed obedience is disobedience. That's what my mom would always tell me. Yeah, just follow the Holy Spirit, because God knows what's best for your life. You won't see it now, but you will see it in the future. God is just so amazing. I mean, obeying God is just so amazing. You're gonna be so much happier. You're gonna be less anxious. That's the advice that I would give myself. I'm almost done with my makeup. I'm just gonna do the second to the last step of my makeup routine. The next question is, how is your skin so clear? Like I said earlier, I'm going to film a skincare routine video. I'm actually gonna film that tonight. Next question, while I do my lashes, what's the first thing you do in the morning? When this year started, I promised myself to read the Bible every single day. So what I did was I turned on my Bible notifications on my phone, so that when I wake up, when I pick up my phone, I don't go to social media, but the first thing that I would always see is the verse of the day. This app is just called Bible. I really love the app because all the versions are free. You get to download them for free. You don't need to pay anything. Plus, you get verses of the day. And don't get me wrong, I don't just read one verse a day. As much as possible, I want to read a lot. Not because I need to, but because I want to. And to be honest, it really changed my mood and the way I act towards people and the way I speak to them. It motivates me more to talk about my faith. So yeah, the first thing that I do in the morning is read the Bible. So the next question is, how do you manage your time? Like I said earlier, you need to know what your priorities are. You need to know what your responsibilities are. And you need to know when you have to do it. Oh my gosh, I almost pushed the camera. So I manage my time by listing down all the things that I need to do for school, prioritize the assignments or the papers that have an earlier deadline, work my butt off. That's how I manage my time. I write down and make a schedule on what needs to be done. I do what needs to be done earlier, and I remind myself to not procrastinate as much because I want to finish before the deadline so that I have a lot of time to chill. Oh, and that's also another piece of advice. If you want to have a lot more time to chill and just relax and do nothing and do whatever you want, like go to church or watch Netflix, watch YouTube, go to the mall with your friends or your family, you have to remind yourself to do the work now so that you have a lot of time to chill later. So now I'm just gonna do my lower lashes. So yeah, that is the get ready with me. But lastly, I'm gonna put on lip gloss. So I'm using the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb in the shade Fenty Glow. I love this so much because aside from it being a lip gloss, it's also like a lip balm. It's really moisturizing. I'm just gonna put my hair down. I curled my hair before I filmed the video. So that is it for the get ready with me / advice video. I hope that you guys learned something. If you have any video requests, please let me know on my Instagram and my Twitter, and I'm gonna put them right here. Thank you for watching. I love you guys. Thank you so much for sending me in questions, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!